large family meal prep and snack prep, but make it from scratch, your wish is my demand. Join me today. We are going to make all of the goodies from scratch, no less.
Scratch?
Scratch.
So if you love cooking videos, hook me up with a thumbs up and let's get going. I want to put together my peanut butter protein bars, which I found out have the exact same ingredients as the G2G bar. The only difference is some of theirs have chocolate chips in it, and I've never put chocolate chips in mine, but other than that, they are the same. It's only 4 ingredients. Let's whip it up really quick. It doesn't take any time at all. So start with peanut butter. It's 2 full cups of peanut butter. I have been making these bars for 10 to 15 years, somewhere in there. They are a huge family favorite. Now keep in mind, these are not a diet bar. This is a fairly high calorie snack bar for athletes. I have a lot of athletes in my family. I have 3 teenage boys that are doing mountain biking. I used to make these bars for my daughter's volleyball tournaments, which would last all day. Whole team would snack on them, because when you do these things like volleyball tournaments or whatever, you don't have time to like go eat a meal. It's you play a game, you have time for a quick Gatorade, shove something in your face, back on the court. So if you have some excess peanut butter, like I do, because I buy it when it's 99 cents a container, and my kids don't eat as many sandwiches as they used to. They used to really go through the peanut butter quickly. It's backed off significantly as they've gotten older. 2 full cups of peanut butter in the bowl, to which I will add 1 3/4 cup of honey. This is the only honey I have at the moment, right here, and I think this is my last container, which means honey needs to go on the shopping list or need to contact a local honey guy. Very sticky. I love honey. My grandpa had bees. It's my favorite thing. The only topping appropriate for cornbread. Melted butter and honey. All right, 1 3/4 cups of honey is in. Now we will pop this into the microwave for 90 seconds, because we gotta be able to mix it, and right now it's all too thick. Once it comes out of the microwave, I wanna stir with a whisk until it is all combined. 2 1/4 cup of protein powder. I've only ever done this with whey protein, and I usually do it with vanilla, although technically I'm using s'mores flavor right now. It doesn't really matter what brand or what flavor, just go with your favorites, but I've never done a plant-based protein powder. I'm not sure how that would react. So if you've done a plant-based, let us know down in the comments how that changes the texture and all of that. And we only have 1 more ingredient to go. We're just gonna make sure we get our stirring muscles a workout today. Okay, at this stage is when we will want to eliminate the whisk and move to a wooden spoon or some other stirring spoon that has quite a bit of structure to it and won't be all bendy. 1 cup of quick oats. That's the last ingredient. That's all there is in this. Now, if you have mini chocolate chips, that is a really fun addition. You would add them at this stage. And remember, these bars do need to be refrigerated. So I like to use a glass 9x13 pan. I think you're supposed to spray the bottom. I did not last time. Actually, I don't think it matters. I didn't last time and they were fine. They came out of the pan, no problem. You just gotta make sure you let it chill long enough to firm up. I do like to cover these with saran wrap to make sure that they don't dry out. And you can try any flavor combinations. You could do chocolate protein powder, chocolate peanut butter chips, chocolate chips, mini M&Ms would be really fun. Or you don't have to do that at all. I never have, and my family likes it just fine. Remember, into the fridge until solid, and you have your own homemade G2G bar. Do you still want awesome snacks, but maybe don't have time to make the homemade stuff? You can still get awesome treats for you and your family, like these, like this, or like any of these from a place like Thrive Market. Huge thanks to Thrive for sponsoring today's video. Thrive Market is an online retailer that specializes in specialty foods, cleaning products, is that a thing? Baby products, kitchen items. They even do a little bit of makeup. Basically, whatever it is that you're looking for, they will have it. It is membership based. I have found that the annual membership is the best price. It's the one I recommend. It comes to only $5 a month. You can use the app or the website to sort by the type of food that you're looking for. So if you do a special diet or if you have allergies, it's my favorite way to search. So let's say you're keto or low carb, you can search that. Are you gluten-free like my neighbor? you can search that. I've always gotten my boxes in a day or two, and that's amazing because I live in the middle of nowhere. Everything in the box is recyclable, all of the packaging. There is no better time to try out Thrive Market. Shop the biggest sale of the summer this week and save on thousands of top products when using my link to get 30% off of your first order and a free gift worth up to 60 bucks. I think Thrive Market is perfect for people who have allergies or eat specific diets, or people like me who love to cook but live in a really small town and have a hard time finding specialty ingredients. Or in other cases, you found a really great deal on a product you like this Thrive Market smoky chipotle salsa, and you literally cannot get it anywhere else because Thrive Market makes it. I have to keep coming back. Also add to that, the Coconut Flakes cereal. This one's so popular, it keeps going out of stock and then coming back in. The only things in it are coconut meat, coconut water, and palm starch. That is all. It is 3 ingredients. Why is it so delicious? I have no idea, but it is delicious. To get that deal, it's the first link down below, thrivemarket.com/frugalfitmom, 30% off your first order and a free gift. Thanks to Thrive Market. Let's get back to more cooking. I am trying to meal prep some higher protein breakfasts. So I have some farm fresh eggs. My sister gave me these. She's got chickens, some sausage. It makes 8 really easy grab and go breakfast bowls, and you don't have to pay the high price of the Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls at the store. For my, whoops.
That'll do, pig.
For my hash browns, I'm gonna use some bacon fat. I do keep this in my fridge. Sometimes people ask. Got my sausage going on over here, and as my hash browns get going, I will add salt and pepper. I do want to season each individual component, although I don't need to do the sausage because it's highly flavored already, but I will season the potatoes and the eggs. These are not frozen. I thawed them on the counter, so they're soft and thawed. I just find they cook a little faster, that's all. Just waiting for this bacon fat to melt down. And I got my Dollar Tree meat masher for the sausage. And I will use this entire, what is this, 30-ounce bag.
My mom says love's not easy, just keep your head held high. People will find you pretty, I just wonder where they are. You like my Batman t-shirt, it costs like 50 bucks. Someone must think I'm pretty fly right now. Maybe I'm going crazy, can't catch a break lately, and I just wonder what you gotta do to get a little baby.
I think it's time to start building, and you can do whatever order you want. I'm not sure that it matters. I think I'll go potatoes on bottom. Next up, sausage. This is just gonna be a little sprinkle because I'm divvying the full pound into 8 containers, which means it's only 2 ounces of sausage per container, which is not that much. Egg time. Now, I accidentally left the room and the eggs got a little overcooked. It's gonna be fine.
It could be edible.
Brown food tastes good, right? I ended up doing 16 eggs for these 8 bowls, so that's 2 eggs each. However, these farm fresh eggs were a little bit larger than standard large, so the volume was definitely bigger than what I'm used to for doing like 2 eggs per person, which is great. Last ingredient is cheese. And what's great is if the kids want to heat this up and then throw it on a tortilla, they can make a burrito out of it really easily, or they can just eat it straight out of the bowl. They've done that a lot. My 17-year-old in particular really loves this. When he wakes up in the morning, he is just ravenous. I think it's just 17-year-old boy, you know, appetite and hormones. They just plow through food.
I'm hungry, Mother. I'm hungry.
What's really sad is these will most likely be gone in less than 4 days. Why is it that the simplest ingredients sometimes really taste the best? My 15-year-old son has had his wisdom teeth taken out yesterday, which means he's on soft foods only for the first 3 days, like things he can drink, pudding, and he's so sick of sweet stuff. So I thought I would make what my family calls the nothing soup. It's a pureed bean and garlic soup, and my good friends from Thrive Market hooked me up with the beans I'm gonna be using today, these Great Northern beans. I did soak them overnight. So these have been soaked, and because it's summer and it's warm outside, I'm gonna do the whole thing in my crock pot. There's so few ingredients. You'll be shocked. I'm gonna put it on high for like 4 hours or something like that. Let's put together the nothing soup in the crock pot. This is 1 pound of dried, I think there's, what are these? Great Northern beans, cannellini beans, like white ones are fine also. Navy beans probably fine. You could also use 3 cans of just cannellini beans. Those are fine. Oh my gosh, those are the most potent onions I have ever cut up. My eyes are like liquid hot magma right now. Okay, get it together, Christine. I have 2 very potent onions. You don't have to use 2, you can use 1. We like cooked onions in our house, so we went double. Sage is one of the most important flavors. I do love to use fresh sage, but I had the rubbed sage in my pantry. I'm just trying to use what I have here. So let's go with 1.5 teaspoons. How about that? Ditto on the garlic powder. I would prefer fresh garlic, but I have this, and it's not one I use a lot, so let's go 1 teaspoon there. And 4 cups of water. This is only 24 ounces, so I'll have to refill this. That's a little over 4 cups, but I am using dried beans, so it's gonna soak up more than normal. And then some Better Than Bouillon chicken stock, broth, what do they call this? Base, roasted chicken base. In the correct ratios, or you can just use canned or jarred chicken broth is also fine. I'm just really eyeballing that. Lid on, set it to high, and most importantly, make sure you plug it in. My bean soup seemed to be taking way too long in the crock pot, so I've transferred it to a pot on the stove, and most of my chicken broth has been absorbed by the beans, which is great. I have 2 more ingredients to add. Some pepper. I have been trying to get rid of this huge container of pepper because I bought the wrong grind. I wanted the restaurant grind, not table grind. And heavy cream. I'm gonna go a little heavy-handed on the heavy cream because I'm trying to get some extra calories in this kid. Heat it through, and then we will go at it with an immersion blender. Then we will puree it into an oblivion. There we go, completely pureed, seasoned to perfection. Now I can go ahead and store this in the fridge, and my poor swollen chipmunk son can come and heat it up and drink it from a cup, honestly, or a mug, as many times as he wants, because he so desires something salty and warm instead of sweet and cold. He's about had it with the pudding at this point. Welcome to day 2. I could not get all of my food prep done yesterday because it's summertime and the kids, the in and out, the schedules, you know what I'm saying. I thought we'd kick it off today with something I'm very excited about. Haven't done this in a long time. We're gonna make jam. I found these containers of blackberries at my Winco for 98 cents for 12 ounces. So I got 6 of them. I will strain the seeds out for maybe half of it. So if I don't have quite enough like crushed berries for the jam, I'll fill it in with some strawberries and we'll get there. I am using the low sugar pectin, which only needs 4 cups of sugar for the 5 cups of crushed berries. I've already disinfected and ran these through a cycle, so these are good to go. Jam is really very easy. It's, you get a box like this. The instructions are literally on the inside, just like this. You just pick your flavor, follow the instructions. Boom, I borrowed a water bath canner from my neighbor 2 doors down. I didn't even have to buy one. They're not expensive if you wanna buy one. But I haven't made jam in a long time, but we're gonna make homemade blackberry jam today. Very excited about it. So first step is to rinse these and start crushing these up and strain some of the seeds out. Let's get going. Slightly over 5 cups, that's okay. It just makes the jam a little more runny, which is nice for spreading. You don't want it to be like really, really tough Jello. Okay, my setup over here is totally ready. I have my disinfected jars and my funnel going. I'm going to use this measuring cup to scoop everything out because my ladle is dirty. I have my juice and crushed berries here. Over on this side, I'm going to be disinfecting and heating up the lids. It helps them seal better. I have my measured out sugar here and a little bit of the sugar measured into the pectin here. So once I get this heated up, the pectin goes in, that's the order. Bring to a rolling boil, sugar goes in, full rolling boil for 1 minute, and we can ladle out. If you would like to get rid of foam, like if your jam gets foamy, mine usually does, you can add a little bit of butter, a teaspoon of butter, and it prevents the foaming. So I'm gonna kind of watch it, and if I get some foam, I will be doing that. So I'm just bringing it up to temperature, and the tool you're gonna want for this job is none other than the whisk. Kimberly Whisk. Yes. I am getting some foam, so I just added a teaspoon of butter into here. The pectin and 1/4 cup of sugar mixture is going in. This was specific instructions based on the low sugar pectin box. Now we will bring to a full rolling boil. That means a boil that does not go away when I am stirring it like this. Rolling boil time, and it looks like my butter didn't help the foam at all, so we're just gonna have foamy jam. Here comes the sugar. Oh, that was 4 cups of sugar to my 5 cups of crushed berries. I will now whisk at a full rolling boil for 1 minute. The last step is the water bath canning. You just follow the instructions on the pectin flavor. It's really quite simple. I didn't have enough to can this one, so I'm just keeping this one open in the fridge. That color, oh my word. I'm gonna test it on this heel. I like the heel of the loaf. What do you guys think? Are you a heel lover or not? I think it's the best part. Homemade jam, better than any other jam. Oh my gosh, true story. I wanna make some chia seed overnight pudding, chia seed pudding, but with some protein added. I'm gonna add some yogurt. I'm gonna go for a strawberry flavor here, and it's much prettier in these jars that you get off of Amazon. I don't have any of those, so I'm just gonna make do with what I do have. So I have 3 of these little baby jars and a couple of glass Tupperwares that we're gonna work it all out. It'll be fine. I just wanna make 4 servings of this for another option for breakfast that could be sweet but also high protein. I also think this will be really good for my son that had the wisdom teeth out because it's quite soft. So we're going for a strawberry vibe. Some people, like my husband probably, can cut up some of these fresh strawberries. I do have a strawberry protein powder here. This is a plant-based protein and some strawberry Greek yogurt. This part's unnecessary, but in my case, I'm gonna do it just because I find the plant-based protein doesn't mix quite as easily as the whey. So I will mix this up with my almond milk in a blender. Because I'm making 4 servings, I have 4 cups of the almond milk in here, and then I'll do 4 scoops of my protein powder. You can use any protein powder you like, but it is supposed to be about 30 grams per scoop or so, which is approximately 1/3 of a cup. And of course, if you wanted a flavor you can put anything into, including like mini chocolate chips or peanut butter, you would go with a vanilla protein powder. Okay, I wanna mix everything into one bowl because I'm not sure how much I can actually fit in these little jars. So I may end up with more than 4 containers. It'll be fine. Next come the chia seeds. It's 2 tablespoons per serving. I've got 4 servings in here. So that's going to equal a 1/2 cup of chia seeds. That is a good amount. And this is what's gonna thicken it up really nicely. And 2 of my yogurt cups. I'm using the Oikos 000. All right, found my whisk. So get this all combined and divvy it out. So I do have these 3 jars and then 2 of these glass jars. We'll just see how we go. And I chose this mixing bowl specifically because there was a spout right here, so. These will sit in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow morning they will have thickened up and you can top them with granola and fresh cut fruit. Also, to help out my son with the wisdom teeth removal, we are doing whole milk Jello. 5-minute pudding instructions. 3 cups cold milk. Whisk for 2 minutes. I'm gonna use one of those because my other one's dirty. All right, here we go. See you back here in 2 minutes. Chocolate pudding. Set. So let's serve it up for mouth boy. That's not perfectly smooth. I probably should have used the other whisk, but oh well. It's fine. And obviously, I'm no expert at serving pudding. 1 for Wisdom Teeth Boy and then 1 for little brother. There we go. Wisdom Teeth Boy has requested more pudding for tomorrow. So I'm mixing up this lemon pudding. This one's 2 cups of water. What? 2 cups of milk, the whole packet, and I did get my whisk out of the dishwasher. It's clean, ready to go. So we should get slightly smoother mix here, and I'll put this into some Tupperwares so they won't get dried out or anything on the top, and he can tackle these tomorrow. I think that about wraps up the cooking, but I gotta tell you something. So I have been training for a couple of races. I have a mountain bike race in about a week and a half, and then I'm doing a mountain race. You guys can join me. It's called the Cirque Series, and you basically hike up a mountain and then run down it. It's at Targhee Ski Resort in August. I'll leave a link below if you want to go check it out and you want to like come run it with me. That's new and exciting for me. I've never done it before, so I'm also trying to like trail run and practice my downhill running, like down a mountain. But I'm also training for the bike race Lodija. I have a team of 5. We do it as a relay. We won the race category last year. We are coming back to defend our title. Our team leader challenged everyone in the group to ride 100 miles per week.
100 miles. That's a nice walk.
I hurt. My legs hurt. I'm sleepy. But the biggest part is that the hunger is here. If you have ever trained for a marathon or something and you get over the double digits, you have experienced the hunger, capital H. That's where like you eat this huge breakfast when you're done with your workout for the morning, and then an hour later you feel like you haven't eaten anything. That's where I'm at right now. I'm hungry all the time. So I'm really excited to have all of these foods and snacks already prepped, grab and go, because when I get back from those like 40, 50 mile training rides with these girls that just kick my butt, I need to shove food in my face right now, which is one of the reasons meal prep like this is so helpful. So are you guys training for anything? Have you experienced the hunger of an endurance athlete? Because it's been a while for me, and oh baby, I am there.